So there's definitely no argument that 2020 was one of the most difficult and complicated years of our lives. Last year I did a video on how to simplify your life in 2020, and obviously most of those things probably didn't apply or were too difficult to even think about because we're just trying to get through the year. So yesterday, on June 15th, California opened most locations for service and allowed people to not wear masks when they go out in public. I am still wearing my mask because I like to be proactive and a little bit careful, but it was a good sign that all this messiness of 2020 may be dying down. And if it does, there are a few ways we can get our life back to normal. So these are some great ways I suggest to get going in 2021 by simplifying your life, making it more productive, and making it a little easier on yourself to get back to normal. So number one is something I learned from flylady.net. If you have not seen Fly Lady, you need to go out and check out flylady.net, FLYLADY.net. It's a super great productivity website that's completely free. She does make some money by selling books and cleaning products online, but I've done perfectly well using her system for years and years without having to purchase anything. So it's a great frugal way to get productive. And one of the things I have learned that I use every day now is to do a load of laundry and a load of dishes every night before I go to bed. So I make sure that my sink is clear of dishes and all the dishes are loaded into the dishwasher. Anything that is left over is in the sink to soak. And I make sure I switch the laundry, put the laundry in the dryer, put the new laundry in the washer. We always have a load going in both places just to get reset for the morning. And you will not believe how much better I feel in the morning when I get up and I don't have to do those things before I go to work. It is so nice having all the dishes clean and ready for breakfast, and it is nice getting a head start on the laundry for the next day. So it takes 5 minutes to do a load of dishes, throw them into the dishwasher as long as you keep them soaked during the day, and it takes even less than 5 minutes to just switch the laundry. I don't fold it at night, I just switch it and get it ready for the next day. So that's my number one tip, is dishes and laundry. Number two is more of a mental health thing, and that is to remove toxic people from your life. Just get rid of them. It is so hard to remove people from your life, especially if they're close to you, but it is important to remove them from your life because it will make your mental health a lot better. So evaluate people, friends, acquaintances, coworkers that you can remove from your life entirely, and evaluate who you just want to distance yourself from in the future. It will severely eliminate depression and anxiety. Toxic people can drain you of your life force, your energy, your mental health. Just get rid of them. If you don't know how, I am not a psychologist. I would recommend talking to a licensed therapist or reading one of the great books they have online about how to remove toxic people. I will put some suggestions in the box down below. Number three, I can personally advise you on, and that is Frugal Minimalism. I started this about 6 months ago. It has been a huge benefit to both my financial outlook and my clutter and my productivity in my house. So I have a video on Frugal Minimalism up above, things you can get rid of, things you and reasons to go frugal minimalist. So it is a great way to live your life. I am still working out myself, but I have also taken advantage of getting rid of clutter by selling it on a Facebook marketplace and other online sites, and I have made a good chunk of money towards paying off debts by doing that. So it is a super frugal tip, and it is great to simplify your life. Number four is to downsize your purse or bag that you carry on a daily basis and to organize it with individual bags inside of it. So this is one of my favorite ways to simplify. I am a clutter hound with my purse. No matter how much I declutter the house, I fill my purse with receipts and snacks and all sorts of things, and it is stressful when I get to the checkout. So one of the things I do is I actually give my purse to my husband because he is great at decluttering things, and he will declutter it and take out all of the trash and organize things for me in little pouches. So I use the Ipsy makeup bags that I get on a monthly basis. If you are interested in Ipsy, I'll do another video on that. I think Ipsy, sidetrack here, is a fantastic way to get makeup very, very inexpensively. I get all my makeup through Ipsy, but I also get an individual bag, like a makeup bag, super cute with a zipper pocket in each shipment, and I use those to organize my purse. So one bag has first aid, one bag has snacks, one bag has pins and stationery, and I am able to keep my bag very small and organized by doing this. And because I allow somebody else to organize it on a monthly basis, I'm not tempted to keep things I think I have to have in the bag. So if you're a super organizer, you can do it yourself. If not, ask a friend, a family member, or a spouse to do it for you. Number 5 is to buy things that have multiple uses. Try to eliminate anything that only has one use. So I am a self-admitted appliance junkie, but I've talked before about decluttering appliances that only have one use. There are lots of ways you can multi-use certain appliances. My Instant Pot, I use it for everything. Hard-boiled eggs, potatoes, dinners, breakfast, lunch, everything in that Instant Pot. I've recently bought an air fryer, and it is the same way. I have found so many different ways to use it. But I'm not only talking about things like expensive appliances, but gadgets for the kitchen or gadgets for the car. If it only has one single use, get rid of it. Our parents and our grandparents were kings and queens of making simple items do everything. So a simple paring knife can do the job of 10 to 15 gadgets that you buy in the kitchen store. Number 6 is to skip the news. I guarantee you, if anything really important is happening in the news, you're going to see it on your social media sites like Facebook and Yahoo. Your friends and family are going to tell you you do not need to digest a huge chunk of a news site or a newspaper even every day. It just will depress you, fill you with anxiety, and bring you down because news outlets like to push bad news on people. So I guarantee if you skip reading the news, then somebody will inform you if anything really important happens. And one of the ways I do this is to use Google as my homepage default. So on my Google homepage default, there's only the search box. I don't see a bunch of junk and a bunch of news. On things like Bing, AOL, and especially Yahoo, you get a bunch of junky news articles with your search. And that is just too tempting to take up your time and your energy and your mental health. So get rid of yahoo.com and put google.com as your homepage. Number 7 is to keep a stockpile of things you never want to run out of. So I'm not hugely advocating keeping a ton of stuff in your house. I'm just talked about frugal minimalism, right? I only think you should stockpile things you're going to use. Make sure that you have enough toilet paper for 3 months. We know back in 2020 that was an issue, right? Buy cleaning products when they are on sale that you use every single day and keep them on hand for 3 months. I think 3 months is a good time period to get you through bad times if you lose a job or something like that. But don't stockpile things like cake mix or frosting that was on sale or something else that might not be something that you use every day but you just purchased because it was on super sale, right? So only stockpile the things that you absolutely know you're going to need and only stock enough for 3 to 6 months. Number 8 is to declutter and downsize your wardrobe. So there are lots of videos online about the best way to do this, but I find keeping a set capsule wardrobe of things that you wear every day is the best way to do it. So one nice outfit for evenings out, unless you club and go out every single night. But if you're like me and you only go out every few times a year, one nice outfit that you can mix and match with accessories is enough. One interview outfit in case something happens to your job and you need to interview. You're only going to be wearing one of each thing at a time, and then keep a capsule wardrobe of things you wear every day. If you wear a skirt every day, keep 5 skirts and maybe 5 tops. If you wear pants every day, keep 3 to 4 pairs of jeans and maybe 5 tops because you're going to do laundry once a week. If you're in a place where you can only do laundry every 2 weeks, keep your capsule wardrobe a little bit bigger, but make sure you downsize that wardrobe. Nobody needs 2 or 3 closets full of clothes. A lot of people, even on low income, have a lot of clothes that you don't need. So downsize that and make your life a little bit simpler in the morning. Number 9 is going to be to declutter your digital life. Your inbox when you go to bed at night should be zero emails in your inbox. That means that you've gone through everything, you've deleted what you don't need, you put things that you can look at later in a to-do folder. Everything is organized and clean. It may take you a couple hours to do in the beginning, but if you make sure that you clean it out every night, right before you do that laundry and that dish load, then you will feel so much better and everything will be a little bit easier the next day. Number 10 is to define what is important to you. So this is a key to frugal minimalism. It's also a key to a lot of different things, but mostly to keeping your life simple. So define 3 or 4 things that are important to you, 3 or 4 things that are important to your family as a whole, 3 or 4 goals that are important to you at work, and keep all of your activities and your purchases revolved around those things. We do that in our jobs a lot, right? Most jobs will define 3 or 4 specific goals for the year, and everybody will be geared towards working to those 3 or 4 specific goals. It's also true in your personal life. If you don't have a ton of different things focused on you at all times, then you feel better and you're able to devote more quality time to the things that matter to you. So go through with your spouse, your family, and yourself and create an audit for yourself and define what are those most important things to you. Number 11 is to set boundaries. Boundaries are really important. Look it up on the internet. Find some really great psychologists online and watch some TED Talks on it. Boundaries are important because people will take as much from you mentally and physically and emotionally as they possibly can if you don't set boundaries. So set boundaries with your friends, your family, your coworkers. Make sure they know how much they can push you and how much they can ask for before they've reached your limit. So maybe you don't do after school activities with your kids because it's too much for you and your family doesn't have time. It's okay to say no to that PTA spokesperson when they ask you to do something. Maybe you don't do certain things at work because they're not part of your job and you just don't have the bandwidth to take on extra things. Make sure you set boundaries with your boss and your coworkers. Setting boundaries is very important, and if you have clear boundaries throughout the year, your life will be so much more convenient and easy. Number 12, back to the house, is clean as you go. So I keep a basket. I will put a picture up above from the Dollar Tree with me at all times when I'm in the house. So if I sit down, the basket is just near me. If I get up and leave the room, I put things in the basket that belong to the room or the area I'm going to. So if I'm in my office, things tend to collect throughout the day. As I get up and move to the kitchen, I can put the kitchen items, the living room items, the hallway items that are in my room, pop them in the basket, takes 30 seconds, and as I walk through the house, I just put things away as I go. So if you do this, you will have much less clutter and much less to do when you do a full deep clean on your house. Number 13 rolls back to number 1. When you do your dishes at night, make sure you shine your sink and clean your desk at night too. So all of these things, if you do these nightly tasks, will take you about half an hour to wrap up when you go to bed. You've done your laundry, you've done your dishes, you're going to wash your sink out and make sure it's clean and ready to put dishes in the next day. And you're also going to clean your desk off. So if you have a home desk, make sure all the trash, the food, and everything else is put away for the night. Wipe it down real quick. Takes you 60 seconds to do, as long as you keep up with it every day. If you have a home office, make sure you do the same thing because it is so stressful to come into home office in the morning with a cluttered desk. It will feel so much better if you come in with a clean desk. Number 14, and I'm going to admit this is a really tough one for me, but now that I have my basket method, it's getting easier, and that is to keep all horizontal surfaces clean. I watch a YouTuber that actually keeps less horizontal surfaces, not a lot of tables or drawer sets or dressers or things in her house that can accumulate clutter. But if you love your furniture like I do, you may have lots of those surfaces. So things accumulate on your dining room table, on your kitchen counters, on the desk or the area when you walk into the door. Make sure you try your best to keep these as clean as possible. Make places for everything. Places where you can keep your keys, places where you hang your purse, places for homework to go and mail. If you have a specific place for things to go, it's not going to pile up on those horizontal surfaces. So I started doing this by picking one surface that I'm always going to keep clean. As I get into the habit of keeping that clean, I add another surface. Clean areas make you feel a lot better, your house looks better, you feel more organized, and you're definitely more ready for guests if they walk in the door. Number 15 goes along with this. It goes along also with the Frugal Minimalism, is to declutter. There's pretty much always something to declutter in my household, and we never have that job completely done, but we are working on it at all times. So I do have a great video of where to start decluttering and what to get rid of first if you just have no idea where to start. And I will put that link up above. A few things that you need to get started decluttering. Why don't you put a message in the message box down below, comment and let us know what you have decluttered lately and how it makes you feel. Have you decluttered all of the kids' books that you no longer use? Have you decluttered dishes you no longer use? Or what do you want to declutter? Give us some ideas because we all needed ideas about the next thing to tackle on our decluttering project. Number 16, and I am not going to be claimed to be an expert on this one, and that is don't overbook commitments. I am really focused on this year. I tend to do 400 things at once. I do YouTube, of course. I have my blog. We have our Facebook group. I sell on Facebook Marketplace. I do pet sitting. I actually go to school full-time credits and I work full-time, and there's probably 10 other things I do as well. So one of the things I have a tendency to do is overbook and book 2 or more things at the same time. So this year I'm going to really drill down to defining those things that are important to me and only booking myself out for those specific things and not overbooking myself, because that is just stressful for everyone involved. And number 17 is my adult ADHD secret, something I do to keep myself on track all the time, because I am very stressed out about making sure I keep all these commitments and I forget things a lot. So I do have my paper lists at all times. I have a book I keep for each different thing. This is my YouTube book, so I make lots and lots of lists, but I also set alarms for the things that are really important and have to be done on a specific time. So I have alarms on my cell phone. You can set an alarm on most cell phones and actually put a caption for it. So at 2:30 every day, I have an alarm to go off to tell me to feed and water the chickens. I have alarms to tell me to feed and water the dogs. I have several alarms throughout the day to tell me very specific, important things I cannot forget and I need to do at a specific time. So if you have trouble remembering to do things on time, your cell phone is a perfect free tool you can use. You don't have to download anything, just set the alarm on your cell phone for specific time periods that you want to do things. So that's it for today. If you want to see more videos like this on personal finance, side hustles, and living your very best life on way less money, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, that notification bell down below so you can see when I put out my next video. And of course, if nobody has told you how special you are today, you are so very special to me. You are all my friends and family on the internet, and I love you so very, very much. I am so happy to be talking to you in these videos, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.